So yesterday I made an offer on 3 businesses in a large mansion for mansion parties. Anyway, and then I'm also next week we're sending out a letter of intent, or maybe over the weekend for the airplane, our first airplane for LV Air. It's A340 600. Believe it or not, it's from Virgin Atlantic, and we're making an offer on that. I'm sending a letter of intent. If not this week, and I need my financier to look at it, at least next week. So anyway, that's 4 businesses. So things are happening really fast, and I'm really happy. I'm proud to be doing this finally. And when things get in the paper, then we can start announcing what we're doing. That's gonna be really fun. It's gonna be great for Las Vegas. And for those of you who know I grew up here, and I love this city more than anything. I also hold the record for the most Golden Gloves wins and beat up half the city. I'm joking. Actually, not joking. I punch people in the face growing up. I'm bad temper. Anyway, so the biggest problem in Las Vegas, the one thing that hurts me about Las Vegas, and it's the price of vice. I mean, I love Las Vegas. I love it to death. But there is a price to vice. What people don't realize, it's ironic that in order to live in Vegas prosperously, you almost have to be like a Buddhist monk. Like, if you have a vice like drinking or sex, which I suffered with a couple of years ago when I was trying to break my record. You can do that, that's another video. But cocaine, prescription drugs, strip clubs, gambling. These things in Las Vegas are available 24/7. 24/7, 7 days a week. Okay? I joke about it all the time. I'm like, I'm at the Hard Rock and people are doing cocaine and mollies, and there's girls everywhere, and there's like orgies being planned in the rooms, and there's like people are dropping thousands of dollars per hand in poker, and you know what we call that? We call that Tuesday. That's what Vegas is like. That's what living in Vegas is like. All the time, 24/7. So, but one of the problems we have is homeless, man. The homeless problem here is really bad. It's gotten worse, and it really pains me a lot. You know, I'm a big believer in like, I've read, if you've ever read Fyodor Dostoevsky, you know, Crime and Punishment, The Idiot. I mean, one of the things he mentions, and one of the things I'm a true believer of, is that nobody, and I mean nobody, a serial killer, a homeless person, a homeless veteran, or anyone, no one is beneath the dignity of being treated with respect and human kindness. And everyone is, most people in the country, thank you, Jesus, it doesn't include me right now, but most people in the country, they have 2 paychecks from the street. You know, so when you look at a homeless person, don't look at him like, oh yeah, look at that homeless. Dude, that could be you. Okay, something tragic could happen and you could lose 2 paychecks and then you're out on the street. Okay, so like, you know, the homeless should not be too far from our compassion. There's been a new law passed in Las Vegas not allowing the homeless people to sleep on the streets. I think it's getting excited, so I'm talking too fast. I think it's an abomination that the homeless people can't, like, people do want to hide them. Now, hopefully what the cops are doing is sending them to social services. I spent, by the way, there's 14,000 plus homeless people. I'm sure there's even more than that in Las Vegas. I was down on Fourmaster Street today at the Care Complex. I was also at this place called the Courtyard. It's an old hotel. Remind me of the block of some of the hotels I used to own. Hundreds of homeless people there getting shelter, waiting for food, waiting for medicine. I was surrounded by 100 homeless people today, and let me tell you something, I felt perfectly safe. Okay, they're not diseased, they're not a pariah of society. They're just regular people like you and me who just fell on some hard times. A lot of them are unaccompanied minors, a lot of blacks, a lot of whites, a lot of Mexicans. We're all equally fucked in the homeless situation in Las Vegas. So part of the thing that Sativa Shawn is going to do, and also LV Air, is I want to really work on solving, helping to alleviate or at least bring some compassion to the homeless issue in Las Vegas, so that people can like get bus passes. I've talked to him about getting them bus passes. Maybe the youth giving them bikes with lights and U-locks so they can actually ride around. That's a lifesaver, riding your bike around, as opposed to walking. It saves a lot more. It's a lot easier to get to work when you have a bike and a bus pass. So these are things we're going to be working on. The homeless issue in Las Vegas has gotten worse. And the more we develop, the more we kind of push it to the back. You know, it's like in Samoa when I was growing up. When I was growing up in Samoa, it was a third world country. And kids that were like mentally ill, they would hide them in the closets or hide them in the back houses. Some families would do that because of the embarrassment. But that's what I feel like we're doing with the homeless people in Vegas, and I don't think that's satisfactory. I think we should take some real solid steps to remediate it. You know, and that's what I really want to do. I'm thinking of getting my master's in social work on top of my master's in business, but the problem is it's a lot of work. But maybe I could just do more as an entrepreneur than I can as a social worker. Or, you know, but I just want to have the knowledge, to be honest. I've gone way beyond taking education for money's sake. That was a long time ago. I don't do that anymore. I get educated for education's sake. But, you know, it's funny. Well, today what I did today with a young lady named Casey was we set up an art table. You know, Tolstoy, Nietzsche, they all said that the ideals of life can be found through art. The beauty of art is the ideals that mankind holds in their minds. And so we had an art table, and people came and helped. They were like doing paper mache, which I've never done. I was drawing. We're gonna post on Instagram. You'll see the pictures. I was drawing. People were, you know, and it's the most unlikely people. I was like, hey man, do you want to do some art? I just walked down the street. I was to talk to 50 homeless people. And you know, you would think they'd be like, man, fuck art. I'm fucking sleeping on the street. No, man. A few of them like, art. Got up, walked over, drew, and they really felt better. They really felt better. One guy was like, you know, you should get a guitar because I don't want to play guitar. So guess what? Next Friday, I'm bringing a guitar. I'm going to the courtyard with the guitar. I'll strum a few songs. I can probably do a few things. People think I'm a musician anyway. So we're going to bring a guitar next week. Next Friday, I'll be at the courtyard. It's the main center where they give out food and bottled water and coffee. And when they did hot chocolate, man, the line was down the street. So I just really, I think that, you know, you're only as rich as your poorest citizen. And so I really want to help Las Vegas in addressing the homeless problem. Like, I'm not Mother Teresa, I'm far from it, as you know. But I definitely am a human being. And I do believe that as entrepreneurs, we have so much money, we're able to solve a lot of problems, or at least make people feel a little bit better before in their journey of life. Everyone has the right to have a pleasant journey. Anyway, those are my initial thoughts on the homeless problem. It's the biggest problem in Las Vegas that I can think of right now. And that's where the money from all of my companies, whatever money I have, is going to go to that. And not through a foundation. We're going to actually like take bikes down there, and take turkeys down there, and take bus passes down there and just pass the motherfuckers out. Like real shit. Not no like kumbaya, hope this all, no, let's talk about this shit. No, we're going to start making some quick actions. If I could have passed out a bunch of steaks today, I would have. Or little cookers, little oven cookers, or maybe pots, hot pots, stuff like that that people can use when they sleep on the street. Because a lot of them are mentally ill, and they've been forgotten by society, but I just want them to know that I'm not forgotten about them. I'm very blessed, and I have a son who's also incredibly blessed. That kid, I'd give away my childhood to have his childhood. But anyway, no, I love my childhood. Anyway, okay, so that's my issue. Homelessness is the biggest problem in Vegas, and that's my thoughts for today as I finish Friday, and I get making offers in all these businesses, making a lot of money, and now I can start thinking towards what I want to do with the overage of cash that we'll be making, hopefully, for my investors.